You know the scene. You pull into the gas station, pop the tank, and the pump starts clicking away. It feels like wasted time, right? Just another chore. But what if it wasn't? What if that stop was actually an opportunity? Today, we're going to flip that script.
Seriously, what if that quick pause was your best chance to give your car a simple but really powerful health check? That's what we're diving into, all the essential checks you can do right there at the pump, turning a pretty boring task into a super valuable moment.
Okay, so let's get into it. And look, the goal here is pretty simple. It's all about spotting the little clues before they have a chance to become big, expensive problems. This isn't about turning you into a mechanic overnight, no. It's just about using the time you're already spending to become a smarter, more tuned-in car owner.
So while that tank is filling up, what should you actually be looking for? We're going to walk through 5 key areas, and we'll start at the most obvious place, right there at the pump.
You know, beyond just putting fuel in, there are some really smart habits to build. First off, ever pull up to the wrong side of the pump? Your car actually tells you which side the tank is on. Just look for that tiny arrow on your fuel gauge. Mind-blowing, right? And of course, always use the right fuel. But here's a pro tip. Stop at the first click. Topping it off can actually flood your car's vapor recovery system.
Next up, a quick peek under the hood at your fluids. Here's a key insight. If you find yourself constantly adding coolant, that's a huge red flag for a leak, and it's a bigger deal than you might think because every time you top it up with plain water, you're diluting the antifreeze, making it less effective at protecting your engine from extreme temps.
All right, now for the classic oil check. But there is absolutely a right way to do it. The most critical step, the one people always forget, is wiping that dipstick clean after the first pull. Think about it. Oil splashes all over the place when the engine's running, so that first reading is totally useless. Wiping it clean gives you the true settled level on the second pull.
And finally, tires. This is so important. A really common mistake is to use the pressure that's printed on the tire sidewall. Don't do that. That number is the absolute maximum pressure the tire can safely hold. The number you actually want, the one recommended by the manufacturer, is on a sticker inside the driver's door pillar. Using that exact PSI is critical for your safety, handling, and even your gas mileage.
Okay, so you've done the basics. Now this is where it gets really interesting. These aren't just little maintenance tasks. They're actually diagnostic tools. Your car is constantly trying to tell you how it's feeling. You just need to learn its language. I just love this quote because it's so true. Checking the oil is so much more than just seeing if the level is okay. The color, the texture, even the smell of that oil can tell you a massive amount about what's going on deep inside your engine.
Yeah, check this out. I mean, you can learn so much from this slide. If your oil looks milky, kind of like a coffee milkshake, that is a huge warning sign. It means coolant is mixing in, which could mean a bad head gasket, a very expensive fix. Or rub a little between your fingers. If it feels gritty, that could be tiny metal shavings from inside the engine wearing down. These clues are early warnings you just can't afford to ignore.
Now let's go back to your tires. While you're checking the pressure, just take a quick look at the tread. If you see that both outer edges are wearing down faster than the middle, that's the textbook sign of underinflation. The tire is basically sagging, putting all the car's weight on those 2 outside shoulders.
And the opposite is just as telling. If all the wear is concentrated right down the center of the tread, it almost always means your tires are overinflated. The middle of the tire is bulging out, so it's the only part making good contact with the road, and it wears out way faster.
Now, for a more subtle clue, if you run your hand over the tread and it feels kind of wavy, almost like Sawtooth, that often points to a bigger problem. It's a really strong hint that you have a wheel alignment issue or maybe even worn out suspension parts like shocks. Your tires are trying to tell you something deeper is wrong with the car. Speaking of what's inside the engine, let's quickly decode those numbers on the oil bottle. We see them all the time, right? But what does 15W30 actually mean? Well, it all comes down to something called viscosity, which is just a fancy word for how thick the oil is and how easily it flows. So, here's the crucial thing. It's a 2-part rating. The 15W tells you how well the oil flows when it's cold. That W actually stands for winter. A lower number here is better for cold starts. Then, the 30 tells you how thick the oil stays when the engine is hot and working hard. So it's a multi-grade oil designed to do 2 very different jobs at once.
Okay, so now that we know what to look for on the car, it is just as important to talk about personal safety. I mean, the gas station is a place we all go to, and a few simple habits can make a massive difference in protecting not just your vehicle, but you. Let's just tackle a question we hear all the time. People do it, you see it every day, but should they?
Is it really that big of a deal to leave the engine running while you pump gas?
The answer is a hard yes. It's a really bad idea. You absolutely have to turn your engine off. It is a serious fire hazard from the heat and potential sparks. In many places, it's actually against the law, and hey, it cuts down on emissions. There's just no good reason to leave it running, period.
And beyond the car itself, your personal safety is everything. These are simple, but they're so effective. Try to choose well-lit, busy stations. Always lock your doors, even if you're standing right outside the car. Put the phone down and just be aware of your surroundings. And never, ever, ever leave your keys in the ignition. These little steps are your best line of defense.
Okay, deep breath. What if the worst happens and you grab the wrong nozzle? The single most critical thing is this: do not start the engine. Don't even turn the key to accessory mode. The second you do, you start circulating the wrong fuel through the entire system, and that causes thousands of dollars in damage. Just stop, tell the attendant, and call for professional help.
So, you see, when you start putting all these little pieces together, something pretty powerful starts to happen. Weaving these quick checks into your regular gas station stop isn't just about maintenance. It actually marks a fundamental shift in how you relate to your car.
The whole why behind all this is really simple. It's about catching that slow leak before you have a flat tire on the highway. It's about spotting low coolant before your engine overheats in traffic. Ultimately, it's about giving yourself real confidence and peace of mind every single time you get behind the wheel.
And this, right here, this is the real takeaway. When you actually understand what your tire wear is telling you, or what that milky oil means, you're no longer just a driver. You become an informed owner, someone who can have a smarter conversation with a mechanic and take real, proactive control of your car's health.
So, the final thought to leave you with is this. This whole mindset of turning a routine moment into a chance for real insight is incredibly powerful. So where else in your life, maybe your work, your health, your relationships, could a quick 60-second check-in give you a much deeper sense of understanding and control?
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.